Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Wednesday, June the 14th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10. All right, let's get into it. We see, who do I want to start with first? We see Hope and Liam. Liam is tripping. I like listen, Liam. You know I like you, but you're tripping. Like it is the day of the trip, and you gonna run up to Hope and tell her that you don't want Thomas to go on the trip. Thomas doesn't have to go on the trip. She can say no, and Thomas doesn't have to go, and they can find another way where he can talk to. Like, sir, stop it. And then Hope is just like, Thomas. I mean, Liam, you can come on the trip. Now you don't want to go on the trip. Now, Hope, or you are asking him too late, but you work for your father, sir, and y'all have a private jet. If you really wanted to go, you could have went. Y'all could have already been talking about this. Um, so I don't know. For me, it's just like both of y'all are in the wrong for this. Hope you're in the wrong because you're telling him too late. Liam, you're definitely in the wrong because this girl can't make any changes, and she certainly can't make any changes at the last minute like this. So I don't know what you think you doing, sir, but no. And so Hope is just like she don't want to argue. She don't want their last moments being together being an argument, but that's what's happening. They're having an argument because they're both, he doesn't want to go on a trip just to be act as a chaperone, but he doesn't trust what's going on because he says, I feel like something's going to happen to us if with this trip. I feel like something like it's the beginning of the end. And she's just like, trust me. And I'm like, girl, you don't trust yourself. How is he supposed to trust you? But anyways, that's it with them, y'all. He didn't want her to go, but she doesn't want to argue anymore. So she says, I have to go on this trip, and I will see you when I get back. Keep your phone on because I will, be reaching out constantly to you. So she leaves, and so Liam is just in their little cabin thinking about everything, and he just knows that something's gonna happen between Thomas and Hope. I don't know if he gonna this makes him take the Spencer jet and jet off or what, but you need to do something. So then from there we go to Forster Creations. Now we see that Brooke is in the office with her sisters Donna and Katie, and they're just talking about, oh my gosh, girl, I'm so excited you get to go on this trip. And then they said, plus you and Riz gonna have some time together. And she says, oh my gosh, yes, but Ridge is not really Ridge right now. He's afraid of getting hurt and all this. I said, why y'all making excuses for this man? Ugh. Why y'all making excuses for this man? If Ridge is like Ridge says he's has standards, boundaries, and expectations. He not y'all. So the way he can just play y'all, he telling you you can't play him like that. Oh, you said you didn't want him, so you gonna have to work to get his attention again. I said, come on through, Ridge. This is pitiful. This is exactly how y'all should be acting towards Ridge, not the other way around. He's the one that's been bouncing back and forth between y'all, and now you two, Heather and Brooke, excuse me, Heather, um, Taylor and Brooke are chasing Ridge down, trying to get him to pick them. Stupid. I think I was thinking about Heather Tom. Anyways, so Katie and Donna are just like, Ridge is gonna find his romance for you again on this trip. It's all gonna work out. He's gonna remember the destiny that you two have for each other. It's gonna be so romantic. And Carter comes in and he says, it would be more romantic, girl, if he was coming with me. So then the next thing we know, Brooke and Donna have left, and Carter and Katie are having this romantic moment. I said, well, what's gonna happen while he's gone? Is she gonna be over there with Bill? I don't know. I'm just asking. It would make it more exciting. But he says, I wish you were coming with me. She said, I wish I could just lock you up in the bedroom. And he says, I don't know. But she said, but people would get upset about that. He said, I know a guy. I said, okay, you two. All right, I'm done. So then we move on to inside of the office. Before Carter came over there, it was Carter, Steffi, Ridge, and Thomas, and they're excited about the trip and they're looking forward to all the buyers and Carter says everything is good, and they say and you got your passport and all that. And he was like, they're asking Ridge this, and he said, yeah, yeah, I found it. And then here comes Taylor. Taylor might have already been there. I don't know. Hell, the soap just blends together for me, child. So Taylor comes, or whatever, and it's just like, girl, what are you doing here? Like, you stay here more than anybody. So she talks to them about no. Carter was there, but he had left, and so then Taylor talks to them about how she wished she could go on a trip, and I said, "Girl, okay." And they're like, well, we're gonna miss you and everything. She said, I know one person who's not gonna miss me, Brooke. And I said, oh my gosh, Taylor, bad mouthing this woman is not a good look. And so they're all like, well, mom, you're an important part and everything. Okay, like, girl, would you please stop? And they're throwing, and Steffi throwing her little hints about Thomas and Hope and everything. Thomas not catching it. I mean, he is, but he choosing to ignore it. And then finally they leave the office because don't nobody have time to listen to Taylor talk about Brooke. When they leave the office, Taylor gets, it's just Taylor is still there for some reason. And Ridge comes back and he said, oh, you just needed a moment alone? Because it don't make sense why she's still there. And so then she tells him, yeah, I just, this isn't the time to really talk about, everything that went down with Brooke because they about to go, girl. He don't have time for this. But she says, but I want you to, when I know Brooke is going to be making a play, but I want you to think about the source. I said, think about the source. She said, and then she tells him, I know I played you, I did you wrong, earlier because she knew that she had told Deacon, and then she ran over there to Ridge to try to get him, tell him about her feelings and get him to want her because she knew what she had did with Brooke and Deacon. So she said she was wrong for that, but she knows Brooke is gonna talk bad of her, but about her, but she wants him to think about the source and all that. And I said, see, Taylor, this is why it's hard to defend you because Brooke hasn't really been like when she with Ridge. Brooke trying to get Ridge back. She not really saying too much about you after that little top tiff that y'all had. She haven't really been saying too much about you, but every time we turn around, you're always like, Brooke is still Brooke. Brooke is this and Brooke is that. Like, this man don't want to hear this from either one of you. And I said, this isn't the way to go about it, or whatever. He knows exactly who Brooke is, and he still keeps falling for her. I don't know, child. I don't know, you guys. It's just annoying at this point. And I like some Taylor. But at this point, it's just annoying. Her always bad mouthing Brooke, like it makes her look good. That doesn't make you look better. Anyways, then we move over here to the plane. And so they're all getting on the plane and they're like, where's Thomas and Hope? And Steffi said, I wonder what they're doing. Girl, why do you like you would not like if somebody did that to you and Finn. You would not like it. So stop doing it. I mean, I was here for Steffi doing it at first, but now it's just getting old. Like, let it go. So then we go to everyone saying, Brooke telling them, well, I hit Hope up and she hasn't responded back yet. And so then Thomas comes on the plane and they're all talking or whatever. And Steffi says, well, I'm sure Hope is saying her goodbyes. I wonder how that goodbye went with Liam. Like, girl, here she goes again. And I said, well, dang, y'all, it really wasn't that great of an episode. I don't know, it wasn't that great of an episode. So then Hope finally makes it on the plane or whatever, and she Brooke goes to her and she tells her, everything cool. And she says, yes, everything is good. This is a work trip, Mom. Nothing else. This is what I'm focused on, just a work trip, yada yada yada. And she like, all right, cool. And so they all sit down. And I said, unless this plane crash, why are y'all doing this in slow mo? So they show them all in slow mo, laughing and talking. And Carter is there talking to Brooke. Ridge is there with Steffi. And then we get to the back of the plane, not the really back of the plane, but the back side of the private jet. And we see Hope looking at Thomas, and I said goodbye. I cannot. Anyways, y'all, thank God they finally made it onto the jet to go to Rome. Thank goodness, because this has been stretching on forever and a day. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episodes of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.